So I'll be demonstrating the JavaScript plugin which lets you reprogram Halo in real time without needing to compile external plugins or anything. So I'm running the script. You don't have to understand much of this. Essentially it's hooking into this function, which is the onConsole function. So whenever you type something into Halo's console, it will run this function. But now we've overridden it with this JavaScript function. So when a command comes through, it will print foo and that command to the console. So this is running. If I type hello into the console, it prints foo hello. Now the problem with doing this is that I have overridden the existing function in Halo that was there. So if I type in a real function such as svplayers, it doesn't work anymore. So what can we do? Well, we can use the execute function with the old argument. So the old points to the function. So this replaces the function and moves the existing one somewhere else, and we can call that with the old variable. I can then pass all of the arguments into this. So what will happen is it will pass through the command back into the old function. So now we've essentially added before that's called. Alright, save that. Changes should update live in game, and they have, as you can see in the bottom left hand corner. So now when I type hello, it will say foo hello. But if I type in svplayers, it will now put svplayers but also run the command. Now if I switch the order of these, so do that one first, then it will run the existing command first and then type foo hello. Or svplayers. So now foo svplayers will be after the Halo function. Okay, so what can we do with this? Well, we're overriding this function. So what we can do is say if command dot index of -1. Alright, so if our command contains hello, then what we're going to do is say hello world. But if it doesn't, then we'll execute the existing Halo instruction. Alright, let's save that. Alright, so let's type svplayers. It runs the existing function, but if we type in hello foobar, it will say hello world. Just to show that it's not saying the existing one again. Hello frog, hello world. So now what we can do, what this means is that we can now override any function in Halo and add additional code, replace code. We could even call this old one several times, depending on what we wanted. So it's very powerful. So as another example, we have the, not that one, we have this function here, which is the chat function. So when I type something into chat, if I type in hello, so what we can do is override that one. So we'll add a new hook instruction, and that's the onChat function in Halo. I won't explain how I got that. This is onChat, and it takes, what does it take? A color, text, and something else, which I don't know. Alright, now the text is a bit special because it's actually a UTF-16 string. We can't handle that very well in JavaScript, so we can turn that into UTF-8, which we can, and then we'll print out message plus that whatever string that is to the console, and then we'll finally add something to the start of that message, execute it in the old function, which should then print out the new thing. So we'll try that. Wait for the code to refresh. Okay, so it's printed in the console and it's also printed at the top. Now we can do the same thing. So we can override this function and say if message index of hello doesn't equal -1, so essentially if the message contains hello, we can change this execute. We can make this hello world. Otherwise, we just simply call the original function with its appropriate arguments. Alright. Save that, wait for the refresh. So if we type in frog, it works as normal, cat, but if we say hello, then it says hello world. But the message only has to contain hello, so we could say ABC hello, and it still works. So this JavaScript gives us a way of redefining functions within Halo, so overriding the functions that have been written in C with JavaScript, and we can still call any of the existing C functions and it all works.